I'm Donald Erhart. This is speech 5 for Columbia College Public Speaking, titled Climate Change. Many of us here in the audience have been to a third world country we've deployed. We've seen different settings, but for the greater audience, they might not have. The first things you're going to notice, or you may not, when you find yourself in that different setting, besides the people or the environment, there might be trash on the ground, pollution. There might even be the air. You might walk out, step off the plane, and choke on it. With the burn pits in Iraq being a big problem, and the news lately, that's one definite thing. Looking at the air that we breathe and how it can be a problem or it can be a good thing. But it's definitely been seen more as a problem lately. Since the 60s, with the EPA and everything we've done to try to better it, we've only shown more problems and how we'll continue to correct them. That being said, looking at it on like a personal level, in a household sense, a car parked in a garage, Iowa State University research found that in 8 minutes can make dangerous levels. In 20 to 22 minutes can be lethal. So looking at a greater scale, the environment we put ourselves into and we make is definitely can either be a good thing or a bad thing, however we make it. When you take the earth in a 12-inch globe and paint it just in varnish, let it dry, that varnish is the size of our atmosphere. It's not really as big as we think. So every small thing we do is really a much greater problem. Responsibility. Who wants to raise their hand and claim responsibility for the problem? I ain't raising my hand. I'll see y'all. Ain't nobody want to take responsibility. The government don't even want to take responsibility half the time. Looking at the Kyoto Protocol in '97, we entered an international treaty to try to help and diminish the effects of environmental problems and climate control. We brought it back to the Senate, who forgot about it. We looked at Iraq, Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda, and nuclear threats. Just forgot about the environment. Yet, looking at the population, it's still growing. We're making a bigger problem. From 1776 with 1 billion, going to 1945 with 2.3, now nearly 7 billion, and soon to be 9 billion within our lifetime. The problem keeps growing. And we're a big part of it. The U.S., according to Gore and Inconvenient Truth, states the U.S. produces 30% of greenhouse gases. Europe, 28%, Africa, 2.5%, and Central and South America combined 3.8%. For 1% of the world's population, we're making a third of the problem. We're doing 10 times that of an entire continent just in our one country. So we definitely have to be the starting point ourselves for where we make the solution. Maybe you're still skeptical that there's a problem at all, but there's a lot of facts that support it. Albedo, researching into climate change, is a term for the Earth's surface reflectance. It describes how the sun's solar rays come to the Earth and is either absorbed or reflected. It's shown by the medieval period where people first started deforesting Europe and making farmland. Initially, the CO2 burned from the trees warmed up the area. Then later, without the forestation and the vegetation, the Earth's rays were just reflected, and there was a notable cooling period following that. The same is happening now. According to Gore, 2005 studied since 1860 has been the hottest year of history at the printing in 2005, and it continues to be the same. The problem's not going away, and yet deforestation continues. The Brazilian government, within the last 10 years, has researched the problem, and in just 1 month, December of 2001, Brazil measured deforestation of the Amazon with 366 square miles in that 1 month being cut down, made into cropland. Taking those numbers, that's 234,000 acres. Missouri, 70,000 acres is a third of that size. In Texas, at 268,000, is nearly the size of the forest that they cut down in 1 month, according to Britannica. It keeps being a problem. Other research shows CO2 levels. In 1950, were 315 particles per million. And in 2005, that number was 385. And in our lifetime, it's expected to be 600. nearly double of that 50 years ago. The imbalance between the forest and the environment itself, where the forest takes the CO2 we breathe out and converts it back into the ground so it's not harmful in the atmosphere. As we cut down more trees, that imbalance becomes bigger. How do we fix that problem? The basics. The 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. We can reduce the products we use, the trees we cut down, reduce the gasoline in our vehicles we burn, producing more CO2, making a bigger problem. We can also do a few other simple things that save us money. 1 degree on our thermostat is going to save ourselves 3% on our heating bill. 5 degrees, that's 15% for the average household income. In the summer, you're going to have the same results with air conditioning. Turn the AC down or up, change it by 5 degrees, and you're going to see 15 degrees difference on your heating bill. Regardless if you use electricity, propane, natural gas, it's all going to come from the same formula. Reusing, that's an obvious one. You can reuse paper, plastic bags. Why pay for stuff you already have? Save yourself, save the environment. Last, recycle. Paper, plastic, glass, oil, batteries, and tires, according to the EPA, can be recycled. These are all basic things. Reducing, of course, is going to be your biggest one. Recycling, you're going to create a little bit of CO2 to avoid a bigger amount. But reducing or reusing, you don't have to create that CO2 at all. We know we need to take action now. The problem's not going away, and it's not going to be solved unless we take part in the solution. What we do today is going to create the environment and the home we have for tomorrow.